Welcome back to the Double D podcast. My name is Derek. This is my co-host Dalton. This is episode three, talking sports in Purdue, where we bring you a new episode every Monday and Friday. Hopefully, start seeing some improvements, and we can keep making this better every week. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Leave a comment if you can do that. Really helps us grow and engage with our listeners. This episode, we're going to be talking a little bit about Purdue and Notre Dame's upcoming game and the freshly released Big Ten schedule, which just came out yesterday. So. We'll have some fun banter in between, but going from there, Dalton, how you been? What you got planned this weekend? Anything fun happening?
I'm doing great, bro. Thanks for the intro. Everything's going good. I had a early morning concrete pour this morning that I had to be on site for. Um, 4:15 I woke up.
Oh, wow.
So the mental capacity may not be all there,
Well, that's
but
normal.
bear with me. Yeah, I mean less. Like the two brain cells, they're not even fighting today. So no, the weekend I plan on relaxing. Uh, don't get very many weekends to just relax, so that's what I got planned, man. It's gonna be a good one. Football, hanging with family, dude.
Oh yeah, I feel bad. I told you needed to ask me to play golf, and then the first time you do, I tell you I'm going to be out of town. I got a wedding this weekend down in Evansville. I have to go to. Kids are really looking forward to it because my wife's cousin has a little 2-year-old. My daughter is just obsessed.
Heck yeah.
Running around playing with her. She's been talking about it for 2 days. She's like, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. So pretty fun there, but a lot of driving.
Oh
But we'll
yeah.
get to stay at a hotel. Kids will get to swim in the pool. They'll think it's fun. It's like being on a mini vacation for them, even though part of me is dreading it, but it will be a good time. So I'm looking forward
Is
to
it
it.
4 hour drive down there?
It's something like four. Well, we're following her parents, so it'll be a little longer. I'm sure we'll have to stop 4 times because there's five kids with us. But it'll be a good time. I'm looking forward to it. It's always fun to go on those little mini excursions.
Oh yeah, just to get away for a little bit, man.
Exactly. Exactly.
You ready to jump into some sports for these people?
Yeah, just jump on in. Why not?
I so we got the games of the week in college football. Derek graciously picked 4 games. We'll kind of go through those, make our picks real quick. We're not going to take a long time on it. We've got Texas Tech at Utah.
Hmm. So I'm gonna be transparent. I don't know a ton about this league. The what are they? The Big 12. Um,
Hmm.
it's all been realigned and stuff. But I have a hard time believing in Utah. They were always like one of those schools that was always ranked. But I was like, it's because they play a terrible schedule. But now with them being in the Big 12, some of it's got to be legit. So they're favored 3.5. I would take. I'd probably take Utah money line. But if I was making the bet on the spread, I think I would take Texas Tech, but again, not super confident about that. Probably won't pay too much attention to this game other than it's two 3-0 teams, and the winner's probably going to start putting themselves in that playoff conversation. So we'll see how that goes. What do you think on it?
I don't think a lot because I don't know much about either of these teams either. Texas Tech, they're usually known for, hard-nosed defense. And they're tough kids from Texas. So give me Texas Tech money line.
Okay. Okay.
Texas Tech money line on that. The second game we've got is Auburn at Oklahoma.
Yeah, I mean, on a weekend where, to be honest, there's not a lot of awesome games. This is probably the best one, or the one I would be looking forward to the most outside of the Purdue game. It's just two historically good programs. Oklahoma's been wrecking everybody. So is Auburn, just to be frank. I mean, I think they won a game 60 something to 0 and then 49 to 3. They've really been hammering people. Oklahoma being favored 6.5. I'm probably going to do a similar thing. I would take Oklahoma straight up all day long. If I did anything, I would want to like tease this down to 2.5. And I would look at Oklahoma a little bit more. But to me, I think Oklahoma wins the game. I think it's close. And I think that the home field advantage just ends up winning in the end.
Yeah, I have watched Oklahoma a little bit this year.
Oh, okay.
Against Michigan, they are tough. I mean, their offense is high powered. They've got some really good receivers, you know. I'm taking the 6.5 on Oklahoma over Auburn.
Okay.
I'm not, I don't know.
You think it's
I'm
even
not,
bigger than that?
I would say 14's not out of the question.
Okay.
I wouldn't
Yeah,
push to
at home.
14, obviously, but that's insane. But I would take 8.
Yeah. Yeah, at home, I mean, I think in these kind of games with powerhouse schools, home field seems to matter a lot. You know, it's gonna be a dogfight, and I think you're right. I think Oklahoma's gonna win the game. I just don't know. I'm not as confident it's gonna be by as much as you think it is, but either way, I think we're
Oklahoma's
on the
on
same
a
side.
they're on a comeback tour, man. They've been down for a
Yeah.
while, you know. It's like their fans are ready. They got some of the best football fans on earth. So I mean, they're gonna come out gunning, man. I marked that one down. Um, let's
I will
jump
say,
in. Oh,
real
go
quick on
ahead.
Oklahoma, I think you're because of where they're at in the rankings and standings, they need to prove a point here to really get themselves, you know, I think they're 11th, something like that. They'll move probably all the way up to 6, 7, 8, you know, if they win this game. So I think you're right.
Yeah, I think it's a big test, and I think they'll get her done. The third game we have the rivalry game.
Yeah, we hate both of these
No,
schools.
they're a rival. They're rivals, man.
Oh yeah, yeah.
On Twitter,
Yeah,
Illinois,
newly found.
Illinois at the Rock in Poop Town, Bloomington.
Um, I when I first saw this line, I was really surprised. You know, I thought Indiana might be favored by a point, point and a half, and they're favored by almost a touchdown, 6.5. I don't know. I mean, both of these teams have, to me, are overranked. Even though you know Illinois is 11, I use I think 19, but you know I'm taking Illinois plus 6.5 all day long. I think Illinois wins this game outright. I, I think that IU is rolling pretty heavy off what they did last year. I don't know that that's the same magical miracle season that they had last year is coming this year. So give me Illinois straight up money line. Give me plus two something and let my money ride on that.
Right on, man. I am going against you on this one. It's at the Rock. It's at
All right.
Bloomington. The house is going to be shaking. I say what you want, but I hate IU just as much as you
It
do.
is.
That it's going to be rocking down there. And Hoosier speaker got taken off of Twitter this week. You know, the fans are ready to rock. They're mad. I think give me IU 6.5. I'm not even calling
Tell me about okay, so
money line.
I saw this Hoosier speaker. Who is that? I know
He's
nothing
a
about that account, but I kept seeing it.
he's a ruthless actually I no, it wasn't Hoosier speaker, it was Carlos Hoosier, so I correct myself.
Carlos, yeah, Carlos, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean he's just another ruthless IU fan. He's probably on boiler burner level. He
What
would
did
be
he
on
get taken
burn.
down for?
I think he said he would stab an Illinois fan to death or something with ice picks or something brutal, dude. So I
Oh
don't know
yeah,
the
that's
full
burner level all
story,
day
but
long.
yeah, yeah, it's boiler burner level, and IU has a lot of those. We seem to only have one.
Yeah, we have one that's loud and proud. He never
Yeah,
lets me down though.
he is
All right, who
he
you
is
got
fantastic.
last game?
I got Michigan at Nebraska. Who do you got?
Okay, I think we could go opposite here too. I hate fading all these home teams. It's crazy to me that I'm doing it, but Nebraska's favored a point and a half. I can't think of the last time Nebraska would have been favored in any game against Michigan. It just seems like asinine to me. Like I can't wrap my head around it. So give me Michigan money line or Michigan plus 1.5, whichever one you prefer. I just think that Michigan lost early. If they want any chance of reaching the playoffs, they've got to win this game. They lose this game, they're out. They're done. Maybe Nebraska's on the rebound. Maybe I'm wrong, but I just think even though Michigan's looked shaky so far, it's still Michigan. They still have an insane level of five stars, and eventually that quarterback that they have is going to show out. And I think this is a game where Michigan might come in and prove a point and win this game by 21 to 24 points.
Where we are on the same page here. I'm going Michigan. I mean, they had a terrible year for Michigan standards last year. They lost to Oklahoma early. They're coming out with something to prove, and they've got all these big name recruits. It's not like they're down. It's just, their coach, can he put it together? It's year two. Um, Time to nut up or shut up, bud. Or they'll have you out of there quick. That's just
Yeah.
it's serious there. It's like Ohio State. They're serious. They take it real serious, man. So
Yeah, if
it's
they lose this game and they don't find a way to make the playoffs and say they go 8-4 or something along those lines, like that coach could be fired. I mean, it's
yeah,
that cutthroat over there.
yes, very
True.
tough. Yeah, I guess we'll segue right into the game of the week for me, Purdue, Notre Dame. Um, what what are your keys for Purdue?
Okay, so I'm gonna try to be a little bit of a fan and also a little bit real in some of this. So I I'll start by saying I don't necessarily think Purdue has a great chance to win this game. They're like 25-point dogs, which is crazy to me. I don't think it's going to be that drastic, but I could be wrong. Notre Dame's coming in pretty pissed off, so we'll see how that shakes out. But my keys to the game: don't abandon the run. I think sometimes you get down in some of these games early. It's 7-0, 14-0, and you just start wanting to pass, pass, pass. Well, that's how a team starts getting interceptions and three and outs real fast. And next thing you know, it's 28-0, and you don't know what, you just blinked. I think, Maccabee, he's got 230 yards on the year in 2 games or in 3 games. I think it's time for him to have a breakout game. He doesn't have many touchdowns, I don't believe, on the season running. He's gotta we gotta run. They give up a lot running. If you go look, they've played 2 games. I think they've given up like 260 yards or something. That they've been weak defending the run, and I think that's going to be a huge thing if Purdue can establish some run game, even if it's just getting 3-4 yards on first down. Um, and we can get Maccabee to 100 yards plus, maybe get a couple touchdowns out of him. We just need one of those old Maccabee games from last year and the year before where, he just kind of goes off and carries us. I think we're going to need parts of the game to be very run heavy, especially if we can keep even with them early. If it's 7-7 or even if they're up 21-14, and it's halfway through the second quarter, if we can run the ball and keep eating clock, that's how we stay in the game. I don't think we stay in the game throwing for 400 yards. We've proven that we throw too many costly turnovers in that way. Like if we get in the red zone, I want to see us pound, 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 run, run, run. Give it to Maccabee, let him do his thing. Heck, even if Ryan Brown uses his legs, like let's just let's take their weakness and make it our strength in this game. So that's my first key. Don't abandon the run. Don't be if you get down 14-0, don't stop. Um, I say this just about every game, but it's going to stay there until I see it consistently. No special teams errors. Don't have to be great. Just don't make errors. Don't allow a punt return touchdown. Don't get a punt blocked. Don't miss kicks. Do the little things that are under your control and do them well. I'm not saying we got to make a 60-yard field goal. I'm not saying we have to have a kick return touchdown or something, but we just can't make huge mistakes on that part of the ball. Kind of along the same lines of these turnovers that we've had recently down in the red zone. You can't beat yourself. Make Notre Dame beat you. They've proven that they have a hard time doing that. They need a game handed to them is what it feels like, and just don't hand it to them. And then my last one, and this is kind of a two-way street here, is their tight end leads their team in receiving by a mile. Why that is, I haven't paid that much attention to their games, like as far as breaking them down individually to know why. But he's got like 190 yards receiving in 2 games, and their next closest is like 100. And so mine is protect the middle of the field, the linebacker spots. Our middle linebacker leads us in tackles by a significant margin. he's got to be all over the place. That also applies to running backs because their running backs have, I believe, either as many or more receiving touchdowns than running touchdowns. So that tight end's got 190 yards. He has no receiving touchdowns, but it's like they get down in that red zone area and they throw it to the running backs on little fades out to the corner, whatever it is. So protect the middle, protect those parts of the game where the running backs and tight end really affect it. And I think if we can slow those guys down, then we'll have a good shot because it doesn't seem like their quarterback wants to throw a lot deeper outside. He just wants to hit those guys over the middle, corner routes. He doesn't. He's not going to beat you on a long vertical pass. Now, if he does great, but he hasn't proven he can do that yet. So those are my three keys. Just to run it by again, don't abandon the run, no special teams errors, and don't let the tight end or running backs beat you over the middle.
All right.
What you got?
Are you saying Maccabee is your breakout player for
We'll get there.
Purdue? Oh, you
No,
want
he
me?
is. Maccabee is. He's I looked this up. Notre Dame is allowing from running backs 135 yards a game and two touchdowns a game. Our running back currently is averaging, well, we've played 3 games. He's averaging 80 yards and no touchdowns a game. So their weakness has to be our strength. So when it comes, their weakness seems to be they're allowing a lot from the running backs. So we have to, Maccabee's got to be a star in this game. So he is my breakout. He hasn't had that breakout game yet. I think it's time. If we're going to be competitive, he's the guy.
All right. Give me your prediction on it, and then I'll kind of go through my thoughts on this.
Okay.
What
Okay.
is your breakdown on the final?
Um, so I have a couple expectations, and then I'll give you my final. My expectations are just have a chance at halftime. Don't be down 28-7. Don't be down 35-0. If it's 21-14, if we have a lead, just be in the game at halftime. That's huge for me. We have to score 20 or more points. I'm not saying that's going to win us the game, but if we don't, to me that's a failure. And we have to limit turnovers, especially our quarterback Brown. He's had an issue with it here in the last game, and that was the first really good team we played. So if we see that again today or tomorrow, then we're gonna have some conversations about whether or not he should be there. We should look at somebody else. So my prediction, I'm gonna go 48, Notre Dame 48, Purdue 31. And I'm in a weird spot where I don't know if I'm happy or mad about that, if that is the final score. Based on what they did to us last year, I'm happy about it, but I want to win the game. I think that we can, and I think it's going to take a hell of an effort and probably some errors on their end, but I think it can be done. But that's what my prediction is: Notre Dame 48, Purdue 31.
All right. 48-31. All right. My keys, yeah, it's same. Get Maccabee going. Um, our receiving core is really good, but can our line give Ryan Brown the time necessary? If you struggled blocking USC, you're gonna have a bad day against Notre Dame. They're gonna be on top of Brown, and then, he's prone to make errors, and I think we gotta establish the run early. You got to get off your blocks. You got to move somebody. You got to open up lanes because Maccabee can make things happen. When you give him a little space, he can take that a long way. We got to get those lanes opened up, and we got to get Brown some form of time. I don't think it's even fair to judge Brown right now on that. He's getting a three-step drop, and somebody's already got hands in his face. I mean, it's who's not going to struggle? Peyton Manning would struggle to,
Yeah.
throw on that. You can read coverages all day. And some of the errors were unforced last week. Like one pick in particular, I remember he threw a slant route right to the guy. I mean, we got to clean that up. We haven't been penalized a lot, so that's not killing us. I think we need another one of my keys is get after Carr
Yeah.
on defense. Send blitz packages. The secondary's got to be able to hold their own. You've got to be able to blitz your linebackers, send a corner on a blitz, get him uncomfortable in the pocket. Um, and Pierce and Love, they're two probably all-American running backs, like I've said before on
Yeah.
here. You, I mean, pick your poison with them. That tight end you were speaking on, Raritan, he's a monster. He's a big dude. I've watched Notre Dame. Um, I don't. I just I hate to be this guy. I love him. Loved him last year. I don't see an avenue. I don't see an avenue for us to win this game. We struggled, I say that lightly, struggle with Southern Illinois.
Hmm. Yeah.
This isn't Southern Illinois, bub. This isn't
Uh,
USC either. I think Notre Dame is going to handle USC. I think this team played two really good teams. I mean, I Texas A&M, I think that was, it was what it was, but Miami, they're they might be in the final four teams.
yeah.
They're tough. Our breakout player, it's got to be Maccabee this week. Got 58 carries for 230 with 3 touchdowns. We need a big week from you. Um, and my prediction, I'm going, I hate to do this. It's going to be Notre Dame 45, Purdue 17.
Yeah. I don't think that I mean, that's probably more realistic than what I was thinking, honestly, but I just having a little hope that Braum is getting this team. Um, is that
Not Brom.
Yeah, I just said the wrong name.
Odom, baby.
Odom is
We're
getting this
out of
team
that
better.
era.
Yeah, sorry. Oh, sorry. I was looking at something down here that had
I
Brahm's
got
name on
it.
it.
You're good.
I'm hoping that Odom just gets us better every week, and if that happens, I'm just hoping if we can just get a competitive half of football, like
Yeah.
even if they end up taking us down pretty big in the second half, if it's 21 to 14 at half, I'm like, okay, I can live with that. Like, because that gives me at least probably 6 to 12 minutes of the second half of hope before it gets rudely ripped away like it normally does. And I think that's kind of just where it is. I mean, I don't think we have much of a chance either. We're playing a very, very angry Notre Dame team at Notre Dame uh, with a first year coach, and what we have 50 new players on our team. So I mean, it's probably going to be a beatdown. But like I've said, every game so far, I don't think he's going to let them keep going. Odom's not going to let him quit, and
Yeah.
I think he's going to have him fired up. And I think that I think that Purdue's going to show a little fight, a little dog, and maybe that dog still gets run over by a car at the end of the day. But he limped off the street and died in the grass, technically.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that's the case. But it sounds like we're kind of on the same page. We don't expect this to go incredibly well, which just sets us up to, instead of being disappointed, maybe we get surprised. For
Yeah.
once,
I'm
for
all
once,
for
maybe
it,
we get
man.
surprised. For once,
I'm
maybe
all
we get surprised.
I hope. I hope. I hate to be a naysayer, but coming off last year, you got to give us some respect. It's just I've went so far into realism mode that there's that glimmer of hope is very small. It's starting to come back. I was ready to run through a brick wall for Odom, when he did his like first, they had some hype videos for him, and I I believe he can turn this program around. Do I think it'll be this year? I do not.
Yeah.
So
So what are you thinking? Just real quick, what do you think Purdue ends up finishing this year? I mean, we're 2-1. We're both thinking we're going to be 2-2 pretty quickly, in about 24 hours. So, uh, what do you think we end up? How many games do you think we win?
see, we got Notre Dame home versus Illinois. There's loss. Minnesota, we can win that. Northwestern, we can win that. Rutgers, we can win that. We're at Michigan. No way.
Yes,
Ohio
loss,
State at home.
loss.
Don't think so this year. Washington, I I don't know much about them, to be honest with you.
Me
Don't
either.
know. So we'll call that a toss up. And then IU, I don't think so. not this year.
Is that home or away?
It's home, but
Okay.
I still don't. I think we can get 3 more wins. I think we can be a 5-win team.
Do you think that's acceptable? Year one?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I
Oh
agree.
yeah. I mean, that is just the discipline we've already seen out of the team. Um, the dog, the fight, you know. Oh
Hmm.
yeah. I mean, that is a huge improvement. In your first year with 53 new players, what can you do with a roster you've been working 2, 3 years?
Right.
Because we've seen it at UNLV. I mean, that's I it's in Las Vegas, but still, man, they're borderline mid-major in football. Let's be
Yeah.
honest. So recruiting there can't be easy, and to pull 11-3, or I think that was one of his. I can't remember what his best season was. I know he had 11 wins. So I mean,
Cool stat I just saw. I don't know if you saw it. I can't, I'm trying to remember who posted it, but I don't remember. But um, something like Michael Jackson the third and Nitro Tuggle are both in like the top six or top five of contested catches, which I think is pretty cool. So we got two
yeah,
guys. We got two guys that can go get the ball, and they might have to in this game because they're going to be playing pros at the cornerback level. So okay, we'll move on from that game.
yeah.
Hopefully we're both wrong. Hopefully Purdue shocks the world.
I
I
hope
don't know.
so.
I don't think they will, but I'd be super, super psyched at this wedding if that's what happened.
Yeah, you can clip it and call me an idiot. I don't even care, dude. If they win, go ahead. I
Yeah,
hope you do.
please do.
Clip it. Yeah.
Clip the crap out of this. Okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna get to the college basketball schedule, which I think we'll have a lot to talk about. But two quick blind rankings. I love these blind rankings. They're awesome. I'm obsessed with watching them on TikTok and stuff like that. So they just make me happy. So I'm gonna
I'm
start with one that's
terrified.
I'm gonna these are gonna be tough because I don't know
Yeah.
that you know a couple of these are just they're not easy. Okay, first one. We are going to because we're playing the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, we are going to blind rank five Irish foods. Okay? These are
All right.
traditional Irish cuisine. A couple of these I have never had in my life, so it'd be really tough for me. But I have been to nine Irish brothers, so I have a little insight.
Perfect.
Okay, so we're gonna start out one through five. First option is soda bread.
Soda bread. Yeah. Don't know this one, but it sounds like a nice, warm, moist bread. And if you don't enjoy that word, I'm sorry.
Moist counter one,
Yeah, moist.
two.
I'm gonna go with, we'll put that at 3. I like to start in the middle. Give me some space.
That's a cop out there. Okay, soda bread at three. Next, corned beef and cabbage.
Oh, bro, I'm not. My granny used to come over every New Year's and make this. It's supposed to be good luck. She came over and made this, dude. My house smelled like farts all day, and it's a new year and I hate it. And
Oh
so
God.
I'm putting that at 5. It's terrible.
Okay.
Throw it
Corned
out.
corned beef at five. Throw it out with the cabbage.
Yeah.
All right, bangers and mash.
Bangers and mash. I have had this at
Just
Payne's in Gas City.
I just had this at your sister's birthday at Nine Irish.
Oh yeah. It's a nice meal. Give me number 1.
Oh, number one, bangers and mash. I love
Take it
that.
out. Take it out.
All right. We've got one, three, and five right now. You get the two and four hole.
Let's
Fish and
go.
chips.
Fish and chips. Not a huge fish man. Not a lot. I don't like breaded fish, especially. So I'm gonna throw that in the 4 hole. I do love, the chips. But
All right. Finally, Irish stew. We'll go at number two,
all right, yeah. Don't know what that
which
is, but
I bet I bet it's fire.
I love a good stew, brother. I
Yes,
love a
I
good
bet it's
stew.
incredible. All right,
Yeah,
so for our Irish food blind ranking for the Purdue versus the Fighting Irish game coming up, number one, bangers in mash. I love that start. Number two,
let's go.
Irish stew. Irish stew at number two. That rhymes. Number three, we got soda bread. We still aren't sure what that is. Number four, we have fish and chips. And at number five, corned beef and cabbage farts. So thumbs down on the corned beef. I love that. Good job. Okay.
Trash.
This next one's going to be a little tough. This is going to be all-time Purdue college football coaches. Okay.
All right.
And some of these are old.
All
Okay.
right.
Keep that in mind.
Okay.
So we're going to start out first. I believe the stadium or the practice facility is named after him, Jack Melenkoff.
You know, with a, I don't know much about the guy, but with a name like Melankoff, I bet he got picked on a lot as a kid. Throw him at two.
Okay, he got picked up. All right. Next, this is probably a name I'm guessing you may not know, but you may. Noble Kaiser. Another heck of a great name.
I've heard this name, Noble Kaiser. I have heard this, don't know much about him. I apologize to all the Purdue fans. Um, three,
Three.
three. Put
Well,
him
I'm
at
guessing
three.
there's a lot of Purdue fans who may not even know who these are.
Yeah.
Um, Next, Joe Tiller.
Oh, come on, brother. Number one,
Okay, okay.
Joe
Joe Tiller,
Tiller,
number
baby.
how could you not? All right, you got one, two, and three, so you're just down to
Yeah,
four and five here. You top loaded this.
let's go.
Jeff Brom.
Five, traitor, traitor.
I knew that's
He
where you were
got
gonna
the
go.
Ohio State win. It means nothing.
Means nothing, dude.
Man, zero.
It's very sad. It's very sad. I wish he would have stayed, but happy he left. We know his heart. Last one. Never heard of this guy myself. Jim Phelan, Phelan. He's going in
Oh
at the number
man.
four spot.
Yeah, he's got to be there. Shout out Phelan.
Okay, now when I was doing this and looking at some of these coaches, I was going to go all recent, but then you got to put people like Daryl Hazel in, and I don't want to do that. Nobody wants to do that. So I went back and looked, and so some of these coaches are from early 1900s. You're talking way, way back when, but a couple of these names that you may not know. Noble Kaiser. So you had him at number three. Oh, first let me run back down this. So our top five in the blind ranking for the Purdue college football coaches of all time. Number one, Joe Tiller, the one and only. Number two, Jack Mollenkopf. Number three, Noble Kaiser. Number four, Jim Phelan. And number five, the traitor, Jeff Brom. Um, okay, so Noble Kaiser. A couple things that I thought tied this all into the Notre Dame game. He is a Notre Dame alum. Um,
Hmm.
he went to Notre Dame, played football at Notre Dame, and ended up coming to coach Purdue. Another cool thing, I'm a Bears fan. He back in the day, they used to have a college all-star team that played a professional football team. They played the Chicago Bears way back in the early 1900s, which to me is
Wow.
crazy to think of nowadays. Because even if you go, people say this sometimes, if you go take Alabama and put them up against the worst NFL team, they'll most likely be dead by the end of that game.
Yeah.
Like because that whole team is a bunch of Alabama and Georgia players in the NFL and just the best players that have also been in enhanced lifting and weightlifting and strength training programs for 5+ years, that you're going to get destroyed. Same thing with college programs versus NBA teams. It's not even close. Number one draft picks sometimes don't make it in the NBA. So anyway, um, and also, so Noble Kaiser, which I love this name, um, had the highest winning percentage in Purdue history at
Wow.
750. So he won three-quarters of the games he ever coached. He coached for like 7 or 8 years. He was um, at one point for a while, the winningest coach in Purdue history. He technically um, only had, or he didn't have a single losing season. So Noble Kaiser,
Wow.
awesome. And he took over after another coach. So Jim Phelan is another coach in this era of the very old times. He also played at Notre Dame.
Hmm.
So we have two of Purdue's most prolific coaches from the early mid 1900s, both played at Notre Dame. He was the first coach so he coached back in like 1917, 18, like way, way back in the 20s. He was the first coach to ever coach Purdue for more than 3 years.
Oh,
So if you
okay.
look at the early history of Purdue, almost every coach coached for a year, half a year, and then they get replaced. I don't know
Oh
if
boy.
that's just the way it was back then, but very odd to look at. He also served in the Army directly before. He was a lieutenant in the Army directly before coaching, like a year before.
Nice.
Kind of crazy. And he has the only, and this was a crazy stat to me, outright Big Ten title for Purdue in football ever. 8
Let's
0.
go.
It went 8 0 that year. That was before they had like a national championship, or else they very well could have won it. Because if you're outright Big Ten title back then, there weren't all the teams there are now, and the Big Ten kind of ruled the world.
Yeah.
Um, Jack Melenkoff, he obviously has his name on a football building, so he's clearly was pretty important way
Yep.
before our times. But he was the I believe one of back when ranking started later on, and he was one of the first coaches to have the number one ranking for Purdue in 1968. They were 7-0 and went and played. I thinking it was Michigan, but another 7-0 team ended in a draw, so they split the title. Very odd,
Wow.
odd. That was just different times back then. But he did go 10-4 against Notre Dame, which no matter what area you coached in is very, very good.
Yeah.
And 11-2 versus IU. So he's a winner in my book, and I'm
Shout out.
glad we had him. And then last little tidbit here, Joe Tiller. Um, I just put down he was 10-2 versus IU. And that's enough to be number one on this list. So that's all that I needed to see. Awesome job there. That was fun, and hopefully you guys
Sweet.
learn. Hopefully you learned something about some of Purdue's old football coaches that had a lot of success.
Yeah, thanks for the lesson, brother.
Yeah,
That's pretty neat stuff that you wouldn't. I mean, obviously, I've been a fan for years and never knew that. I've probably seen the Melenkov building, but
I think that's their practice facility.
just never thought about it. So,
Yeah, it was really cool looking when I was looking into that, looking at it, and I was like, oh man, these guys had some history to them. I mean,
yeah,
to have a 750 winning percentage and you coached a college team against the Bears, like that's crazy stuff, man.
that's dope.
That stuff that doesn't happen at the old boiler house anymore.
No,
Um, so let's get into the newly released college basketball schedule. I know it felt like this took forever. Um, I don't I don't specifically remember when they normally release this, but it felt later than normal. And I was kind of anxious because we got the pre-Big Ten schedule pretty early. And it was like, okay, when's this Big Ten schedule going to come out? Like, who do we play? When do we play? And my dad, we have family in California. He wants to go out there and watch UCLA. He's been waiting on this damn schedule to come out. And so we finally got it, which is exciting. And we're going to kind of just go through it game by game, kind of give, who we think's going to win that game. If there's anything notable, our first game's against Evansville. Probably not much notable there, but we're going to go through them and just kind of see what we think. We'll go through the whole schedule, including the Big Ten, and then we'll hit some notable games outside of Purdue. I do one quick note. I saw a little thing on this. Purdue plays one game on a Monday, six on Tuesday, four on Wednesday, three on Thursday, four on Friday, 10 on Saturday. And when we get going through this, you'll see a lot of those are very, very high market games against very big time preseason opponents and Big Ten opponents. And then we have three on Sunday. That feels short to me. I feel like we normally have more than three on Sunday, but I also
yeah,
don't hate that because usually it's during football season and it's you're kind of watching two things at once. So um, we will run through them. So let's just anything you want to say before we start going through these games about the schedule or anything along those lines?
it's tough. Um, Typical painter schedule. I mean, obviously the Big Ten is the Big Ten. It's gonna be the Big Ten, but the we've known about the non-con for a while. Uh, it's exciting. It's stacked. We'll know who we are, I would say, by December December 15th.
Yeah.
We'll know exactly who this team is, and followed by that is Auburn.
Yeah.
So
Who
I
beat the brakes off of us last year?
oh man, I
I was in Florida and that was a miserable experience.
pray we get back on that, dude. I know Braden doesn't sometimes he wakes up in the middle of the night and just sits up thinking
Just
about Janai Broom, dude.
oh yeah, he's just shaking.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna shave my beard. No, no, no.
Yeah, he
Um,
gets on 2K and just dunks on him.
yeah, yeah. He creates his own roster and he's like, I'm just gonna go in street mode and dunk on you over and over. Okay, so I'm gonna go through these. I got a little whiteboard here. I'm not gonna show the people's, but um, I'm just gonna keep track of what we think each game's gonna look like. If there's games of note, we can have a little dialogue about it. But okay, first game is gonna be on November 4th. Oh, that's a Tuesday. Pretty one of those games that'll just be fun to watch because we're gonna probably kill them. We're gonna get to see a lot of our players, which is another thing here. We have so many different guys that are not gonna get to play a lot of this year that are good enough that they probably could on 99% of teams. So Evansville 11-4 on a November 4th. What do you think? Obviously, I'm gonna go with a W there.
Yep, dub, dub.
I'd be shocked if it's a less than 40-point win.
Yeah,
Um, Game two is 3 days later on a Friday. This is a game I'm probably going to try to go to because it's going to be a fun game to watch. Tickets shouldn't be crazy, and it's a Friday. So Oakland at home again. I'm going to go obviously a W.
yeah. Mark it down.
And then very quickly we jump into what is the meat of this schedule. Um, we go to Alabama on November 13th. That's a Thursday, so we do get a pretty good break after that Oakland game. Make some adjustments, whatever Painter wants to do. So what are you thinking on at Alabama? This would be different, I think, if it was neutral or home, but this is at Alabama. I'm not sure what they're going to be this year, but uh, Nate Oates usually has them ready.
Don't care. Dub,
Dub
not big dub. Phylon is about the only name on Alabama this year that I
strikes any
care
fear.
about.
Yeah,
I mean, that kid can get hot quick, but
yeah,
they just don't match up. Nate Oates' system does not bode well against Purdue. And last year we were there. We played his style of ball against him.
yeah,
We were running that
yeah,
whole night. And I mean, Painter, if he wants to, he'll slow it down. That kills Alabama.
yeah.
They thrive off of turnovers. We're gonna rebound this year. That slows your
Exactly.
transition. And we've got the get backs this year. I mean,
Yeah.
you've got so we can
I
have
think
two lockdown defenders on the floor if we want.
I think I'm with you. I thought about this game and then I went, Purdue's going to be preseason number one. Is there any way they're going to let the first real game they play be a loss? There's no way. And Alabama turned over so many of their key. Sears is gone. The what's that? What's the dude with the mustache? I'm
Grant
blank.
Nelson,
Grant. No, like all these high level guys. I don't see a world where they're ready being with so many new guys and where we're not. So that's a W for me. I actually think it's going to be relatively impressive. I think they're going to try to keep up with us, and I think our offense this year is going to be head and shoulders above everyone else. And I think we win this game 92 to 75, somewhere in that range. I think it's pretty
nice,
convincing. And
bold,
I think we shut that crowd up pretty quick.
bold.
Yep. Okay, next one. So right now we're 3-0. I think this is pretty easy too. Another game I may try to get to. This is on a Sunday. I'm hoping it's like a noon game. That would be awesome. It's home against Akron on the 16th of November. That is a W for me.
Dubs,
That one could
dub
be
dubs.
that could be a big victory. One
Yep.
thing I did notice just while we're getting into this, normally we schedule some really high level mid majors. I don't think we really did so much this year. I mean, Evansville, they're okay. Akron's okay. Oakland, these teams are okay. But like last year, we played Yale. Like we usually play some of these higher level. I think that's because we have so much power that we're not, we need some games that are just kind of like we need development from some of these guys.
Yep.
Okay. Next is we go out to the west side of the country and play in a little tournament. Game one is that's Thursday, the 20th of November. That is against Memphis on a neutral court. I'm going to go ahead and put down a W for us. I don't think Memphis is going to be what they have been. They lost a lot.
Yeah, they lost their main player. I can't think of his name. Dude was a baller, dreadhead
Was
guy.
was it Haggerty?
Uh, yes.
Yeah,
PJ, is it PJ Haggerty?
PJ
A
Haggerty.
t
Yeah,
tough kid. That he's gone. Penny's reeling.
he
Penny's
is.
reeling, bro. Mark my words. He might be out of there.
Yeah,
You know,
I'm telling
he's
you,
a
the player coach or the previous player to coach hasn't panned out great. Jawan Howard had the same issue. Like, it's just tough. It's tough because you have all these expectations that everybody loves you because of who you were, but not who you are as a coach.
bingo.
I'm going to go ahead and make an assumption here, just for the sake of the argument, that we're going to play Texas Tech in the championship of that. Now, this to me is going to be maybe the hardest game we play all year, outside of like a big time road Big Ten game, which we don't really have that many of. This is where I'm gonna do what I don't want to do, and I'm gonna say this is our first loss of the year. I think we roll in here super confident. I think we kind of are figuring stuff out as far as rotation and everything, and I think we just have one of them days where maybe shots don't fall or they just out tough us, and maybe it teaches us a lesson. You kind of have to have some of those. Hopefully, we do that and we win. But I'm gonna mark this down as an L. What do you got?
Dubs.
Hell yeah, Dubs.
JT Toppin. Uh,
Maybe the top two players for National Player of the Year in this game.
you know, don't sleep on my boy TKR. Fastest spin move in America.
Yes, it is.
And then now you have DJ in the dunk spot or DJ popping on a three. How do you defend that? Oscar Clough is going to move you. He's going to pick you up. He's going to say, "Excuse me, mate." And then he's
Excuse me,
going to
Mike.
dunk it in your face, dude.
Yeah, man,
Like,
Foster's.
yeah, I know, like, no, nope, no.
Okay. Hey,
Play your Texas Tech defense all day. I don't care. We're dropping 90.
I love it, dude. I love it. I love it. That's our first difference here. Next game, another pretty easy one. This is on November 28th. Eastern Illinois at home on a Friday. Another game I may try to run down there if it's cheap. So I think if I can get tickets for $50, I'm going to any game. But if I can even get
Bingo.
them for under 100, I'm probably going to go to any game.
Yeah.
What do I assume you're going W there.
Oh, dubs, dubs. We're back home again in Indiana, dude.
Yeah.
So,
Yep, that'll be luckily it's a full week after that trip out to the West Coast that we'll be able to rest up and be ready for that one. And then we start Big Ten's weird. You got these teaser Big Ten games. So this is our first one after this. It's on a Tuesday night, December 2nd at Rutgers. Normally a horrific place for us to play. However, I think we've kind of curbed that the last couple of years. What do you think about this game? You think there's any chance we lose this?
trap
I think it could be.
Rutgers in December. Trap. We're going to the
Histor
rack.
Trap. Historically, I think, if I could be wrong, correct me if I'm wrong. I think like our last 5 years were like 1-4 in our first this first Big Ten game. That's like this weird one
I don't know the stat. I would say that, we're not. This is you come home from the Bahamas, you get home, you play one game on a Friday,
against a
and
terrible team.
Tuesday you're in New Jersey.
Yeah, that's a lot of movement.
Yeah, I mean, we're tired. We go to Rutgers, we sleep on them, and they Ron Harper Jr. us. You know,
You going L
we're
there?
I'm going half court shot, dude. I hate Rutgers.
Calling the half court shot
I
4 months
hate it,
ahead of
dude.
time.
I absolutely hate it, dude.
Oh, I'm with you, dude. I completely devastated me multiple times. But I'm gonna go W, you go L. You're going Purdue starts the Big Ten season 0-1. Big time. All right, then we got a series of Saturday games here coming up that are all huge. So next game is at 12/6, December 6th at home. We played them at Iowa State last year. Iowa State comes into Mackey to to try to take us down. I don't think they're going to be the team they were last year, but what do you think about this?
Dubs. Give me dubs. They
Yeah, I'm
lost a
going.
lot too.
I agree. I'm going W here. I think they're going to have a down year. I think they'll be six to an 8 seed in the tournament. May get hot at the right time. You never know, but that's a W for us, especially
Yep.
if we lose to Rutgers because we will
Oh
come
yeah.
out
Be
angry.
pissed. Yeah.
Next game is another one of them early Big Ten games. Minnesota. That is on the 10th of December. It is a Wednesday game, which we don't have very many of those. We only have four, so kind of a weird one. Squeezed right between Iowa State and then after that's Marquette, so kind of a weird trappy game, but it is at home. That's a W for me.
Trifecta at home, Dubs. I
Perfect.
don't know much about Minnesota this year,
I
so
can't imagine that losing their best player, that who was by far their best player, and still being bad, that they're going to come out and be something awesome. I assume they're going
yeah,
to be toward the bottom of the Big Ten. Okay.
agree.
So then we go to Marquette, not go to Marquette at home. We played them at Marquette last year. We watched that game at Beef O'Brady's, not a sponsor, but if you're listening, we're here. Um, we watched that game at Beef O'Brady's. That was a wild game. That ended up being decided by what a Lance Jones three-quarter court shot at halftime. That
You're
we ended
you're a
up.
year off, bro.
Am I?
Last year we got spanked by Marquette.
Oh, I am a year off. Holy moly. Yeah, I'm talking about Lance Jones last year. Excuse
Yeah,
me. Excuse me. I watch way too much basketball and they get conflated. Yeah, we got
yeah,
smoked by him last year.
yeah.
Yes, you're correct. Cam Jones lit us up. Okay, yeah, we're not losing this game.
No, it's redemption. Shaka suck it. That's my saying.
Yeah, we're not losing this game. Not at home.
Nope,
Not here, not now. Then we get a full
no.
week off. We get a full week off after this game, which is probably huge because if you go from Marquette to then a neutral down in Indy, which I'm going to try to go to even if I'm sitting up top, because it is in Indy and it's against Auburn. So we have Auburn in Indianapolis at Gamebridge on the 20th of December, last game before Christmas. Um, Auburn spanked us last year. Now, this is definitely not the same Auburn team. We know that. I don't think there's a chance in hell we lose after what they did to us last year. I think we might beat them by 30. I
Mm.
think this is going to be one of the few games that Painter tells the boys before the game. I hope I don't have to say a damn word to you because you all were here last year when they made you look like idiots right before Christmas
Yeah,
and or what is right after Christmas. So here's my Christmas present to you. You get to go play them again in Indianapolis and let's go show the world what we're about. And I think we do. So that's a W for me. What do you got?
they did the belt to ass thing last year after the game.
Oh yeah,
Run it up.
run it up
Don't
for once.
Braden, don't come off the floor. TKR, you're not coming out. Fletch, go for 30.
Oh yeah, I love
Tahad
that.
Pettiford is overrated. I'm tired of hearing about him. I'm sick of it. He doesn't belong on the same line as Braden. And honestly, if I see one more person on Twitter say that he is as good as Braden, I might freak out. So, uh,
Well, we can all only hope that you freak out and we get to witness it in real time.
yeah, bingo.
Bingo, bango, bongo. Okay, so then we get a 9-day break. Obviously, Christmas is in there. We all get to enjoy the holidays and not stress over Purdue. Hopefully, at that time, we are one, two, three, four, five, six, nine. That would put us at 11-1 in both for both of us with different losses. Hopefully, still 11-1. Hopefully, we're the number one team in the country. Still at that point. Then we get pretty much a bye game, home against Kent State on December 29th, day after my
Yep.
birthday. What do you think there's a W?
Big dubs at home.
Yeah, I think we could really come and make a statement there, um, and just beat a team by 50. Then we really start the Big Ten schedule. So that's the end of the preseason. Um, take out the Big Ten games. You have us going. What's that? 1, 2, 10-0 in the preseason outside the Big Ten. Um, I have us going 9-1 with a loss to Texas Tech. So we're pretty much in alignment. Purdue historically has really good preseasons. This year hopefully is no different, but it is tough. But we
Yeah.
expect a good team. So, all
Yeah.
right, moving into the Big Ten season, we got Wisconsin on January 3rd. That's a Saturday at Wisconsin. I told you I wanted to go to this game because I've never been up to Wisconsin for a game, and I think
Yeah.
we could get tickets relatively cheap. It's on a weekend, like we could go up Friday night even. But I think this is one of those games that could easily be lost if you just don't pay attention. But that being said, I don't think starting off the real Big Ten season that Painter's going to let us not be ready, and I think we're going to be ready. And I think we go in there, and I don't think we win by a lot. I think this is one of those typical freaking Wisconsin games that they somehow slow it down, and we win, 80-73, 80-76, something like that. But I think we get it done because we have the better players. But they have some dogs. Wisconsin's a sleeper for me in the Big Ten this year that not a lot of teams are talking about, or media heads are talking about, that I think could probably not win the Big Ten, but could be a be a team that goes 14-6.
Yeah, I'm going Dubs on this. I mean, we took L to Wisconsin last year, late in the season. Braden doesn't forget these things. He's a psycho. He terrifies me. Um, so yeah,
I
it's a
think
dub.
TKR is a psycho too.
He
Like
is.
he's a quiet psycho.
He's a nice psycho. He'll, are you okay? And then he'll spin you to death, you know.
Yeah,
Just
he's
is what it is.
literally
Yeah.
he'll put you in a blender on the court and then literally
Yeah.
take you home and put you in a real
Yeah.
blender.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
sorry, TKR. I know you wouldn't actually do that.
Yeah.
All right, then we get Washington at home. I have no idea what they're going to be. I know they have a huge budget. I know they spent money. I know Danny Sprinkle is a good coach, but I still know that it's also Washington. And I just can't believe them coming all the way over here that they're going to have enough to beat Purdue. That's on a Wednesday, January 7th. I'm going to go W for Purdue.
Give me three in a row. I'll just
Three in a
say it
row.
right now. We're
Oh, you
at
taking the next
Mackey.
three?
Yep. Iowa, Bennett Sturts. We got Braden and him matching up. Cool. Whatever. Don't care about it. Braden might drop 12 assists that game just to prove a point. Um, I skipped Penn State. We lost to them last year. Braden's going to be thinking about that. It's at home.
Psycho.
You're dead. Yeah.
I agree. I
I
was going
mean,
to say the same thing. Just those three to me. That's like the stretch for us. If we get by Wisconsin, because the stretch following this, which we're about to get to me is the hardest stretch of the year for us when it comes to the Big Ten. So we got Washington, Penn State, Iowa. That goes Wednesday, Saturday, Wednesday from the 7th to the 14th of January. So we're
yep.
both marking those up as dubs. I think that we just have too much for all those teams. Although I do think the Bennett starts Braden matchup isn't going to be anything everybody wants it to be because they're not going to guard each other.
Nope.
And I think Braden Smith's going to torch him, and whoever they're going to put Cox and Harris on starts and make his life a living hell. And
Yeah,
you can't do
yeah.
that to Braden because he's seen it all.
Yeah.
You're not going to make his life a living hell.
No.
Okay, this to me starts. We go out west. We go out to our West Coast road trip. My dad's to really talking about going out there. I would love to, but also that's a lot of money at a time of the year where, I got kids.
Hmm.
So we go to USC on Saturday, the 17th of January. To me, this is pretty easy. USC is probably going to be a lot better than they have been. But at the same time, I think that I just think that the first game of these road trips is easier than the second game. So that's a W for me.
Yep. USC, Chad Baker, Mazar, Braden's getting payback on him. Give me dub.
Sorry, my son just came in here trying to get a
That's
basketball
fine.
and threw me for a loop. Then I had to wave him off like he's a dog or something.
Get out, dude.
Get out of here, boy. Anyway, obviously, this is a West Coast trip, so we got two games out there. We go to UCLA after that. That's the one my dad wants to go to. That is on a Tuesday. That annoys me for one because UCLA is supposed to be good this year. Donovan Dent, Braden Smith, and we're on a damn Tuesday out on the West Coast, so it's probably going to be like a 10 o'clock game because they're going to do 7 o'clock out there. It's going to be maybe my most angry time of the year just from a scheduling standpoint, because that should be a prime time Saturday, Friday night game. This to me, I circled it. This is one that to me we have to win this game to really blow out the Big Ten. If we lose this game, I think it could start a pretty rough cycle of losing a few in a row. So for me, I'm marking this down as a W just because I think we need this. The boys are going to be out there on the beach, checking out the ladies, chilling, having a grand old time. So that's a W for me. What do you got?
L.
I don't hate
It's an
that. I mean,
L.
this is one for me. It's a weird game, man. The time's
Nobody,
weird.
and nobody's going to be there. Quiet stadium. We're
Yes.
not used to that. They have zero fans. Mick Cronin's a psychopath. Probably scared Fletcher, and
He'll
it's
probably
just
step on. I probably run into him.
yeah, I mean, he might, yeah, we've
That's what he
had
does.
coaches do that before.
Yeah, that's what he does. He loves to get out on the floor
Excuse.
and be part of the game.
Right.
You sneezing, bro?
No, coughing, man. I got a frog. I don't know what he is.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Gotta be careful, man.
Yeah.
You want one of them poisonous tree frogs. Those things are dangerous. Okay, then this to me is the trappiest of all trap games that we have. We come back from a West Coast trip. We have a Tuesday game. It's gonna be late. We're gonna leave Wednesday. We're gonna get back late, probably on Wednesday after time change and everything. And then boom, boom, you got to go Saturday and play Illinois. It's at home. You think, okay, and I know I call them Illinois, and there's no noise in Illinois, but
Yeah.
we come back home. We're kind of like, oh, we're back to Mackey. We're good. Everything's rocking. And Illinois comes in and just has a game, and we're not really focused and we're not really paying attention. And I think this, to me, is our first Big Ten loss is right here against Illinois, and I absolutely hate that because I get into it with more Illinois fans on Twitter than anyone but UConn. So to me, that's an L. What do you got there?
I'm going back to back.
Ooh, ooh, man, and that's gonna hurt us mentally. That's gonna hurt us as fans so bad, dude.
Yeah, I think they're lengthy. They've got some shooters. They've got the Euro vibe. I think I think they come into Mackey and get it done. It's our one home loss of the year.
Mhm. That disappoints me. But I agree with you on the game. I think we can beat
Yeah.
UCLA. I just think, and then this would actually be fun if we come off two losses and go into IU because at that point we are going to, lack of better words, fucking annihilate them, and that's going to be hilarious.
Yeah,
One second, my sons will not stop with this basketball. Let me grab it.
that's fine.
Although kudos to him because it is a silent one of those silent basketballs.
Oh yeah.
He's trying to be quiet while also,
He's looking out, dude. JMO's a
yeah.
good man.
He's
Sorry, I
just
said name, but my bad.
it's not his real name.
Yeah.
Um, okay, so I think we're beating IU no matter what happens in the two previous games. Not this year. IU is not getting one this year. I'm sorry, it's our year. If the players let it happen, I'm gonna go to Mackey and Purdue and just maybe, I don't know, throw water balloons out something. I'm gonna make them mad because there's no chance it should happen.
Yeah. I'm going dub.
I was hoping
Big
so.
dub. Big dub at Bloomington.
Yeah, I think this could be
Mackey South.
similar to the Edie year where we blew them out by 20 both games.
Yep. Yep.
I think it could be that kind of game. Um,
Yep.
okay, so we're through January, almost through the tough stretch. The one after this is at Maryland, so we go from West Coast trip to home against Illinois at our rival, then all the way to the East Coast to play at Maryland. No, no idea what Maryland's going to be. I assume they're going to be pretty good, but they did lose their two best players.
Mm.
So I can't imagine that that's going to be a problem for us. I'm going to go W.
Dub. Yep.
Just can't see a way because I do think what no matter who it is, I don't think we get through USC, UCLA, Illinois, Indiana without a loss, at least one. And no matter
Mm.
what, we're coming out swinging after that.
Yep.
Then kind of a weird game, maybe trappy because of all the travel, but we do have some break here. This is on a Saturday following that Maryland game on a Sunday, so
Hmm.
6 full days. Home against Oregon. Don't know what they're gonna be, but I got a feeling there's just something about Oregon that strikes zero fear. They're a football school to me, and I don't see it. So I'm gonna go W.
Dub. Give me a dub on Oregon. I feel the same way.
Perfect. At Nebraska, that's a W. I don't really care what year it is for Nebraska or how good they think they are. It's a W.
Next two, don't even question it.
At Nebraska,
Dubs.
at Iowa, W's.
Yep.
I'm the same.
Yeah.
Something about just can't believe in Iowa anymore. Um,
I don't.
just don't. After Chris Murray left, that was the end. Then we get another crazy stretch. I noticed. Tell me if you noticed this, or maybe I'm just telling you the first time. They put IU between two tough opponents both times. So first time you got IU um, right between Illinois and Maryland, following a West Coast trip. Okay, at Maryland. Then you get IU right between Michigan and Michigan State. Now this is a
Yeah.
3 game homestand. I think so. We go. I'll just kind of do these all as a one bulk here. Home against Michigan, home against IU, home against Michigan State. Now there's some space between these. So Michigan's this is all over 9 days. So you got a little bit of room here. Michigan's on a Tuesday. to me, kind of a trappy game.
Hmm.
Michigan's very good. They're going to be very good. You're following two not great teams on a road trip out to the middle of BFE of the country, Iowa and Nebraska. There's nothing there. You've hated your life for the last 5 days because you've had to be there. You come home, you're like, oh, we're playing Michigan. You pumped up for this game. But also, you got a little look ahead spot because in 3 days, you're playing your rival at your rival.
Yep.
And I think this is a game where we could lose even after what we did to him last year. They know what we did to him last year at Mackey.
Yeah.
I think this is a loss for us.
I'm going dub. I hate Dusty May. I don't think Michigan's that good. I think they're overhyped. I think they're a 15 to 20 range team. I think they finished fourth in the Big Ten. I don't like them. I think that, what is that kid with the weird name? The power forward. Um,
Oh,
Yaxel
Yaxel Landenborg.
Lauderberg. Anyways, the dude played nobodies.
Yeah,
I don't stop trying to make him into TKR. He's not.
yeah. Let's not pretend
Yeah,
like Elliot Cadeau was any good at North Carolina.
now
Like,
get real.
there's a reason
You
that
know,
he left North Carolina, and it wasn't
you
just because
know
he was
who's
old.
back? Will Cheddar.
That's the scariest guy they have.
I hate Will Cheddar. I hate him. I
He
hate you,
lights
Will
us up.
Cheddar. If you're listening, I hate you. Like, you make me mad, dude. For no
Dang.
reason.
Dang, dude. Well, I hope he's listening because that
I
was
do
that was
too.
powerful.
Sick of it, dude. Don't do that. The Big Ten tournament game last year made it miserable for me.
Yeah, I agree. Will Cheddar, for some reason, just
Can't
lights us
stand
up.
him.
And he's got such a stupid name and a stupid
Yeah.
face.
Cheddar
I
will.
agree. I agree. He's Cheddar Bob, dude. He shoots himself in the leg, dude. But
Yeah.
every once in a while, he hits Purdue.
Yeah.
Um, all right, then we get Indiana at home. I already said my piece about Indiana. I think we're blowing them out both games. What you got here?
Two dubs against rivals.
Oh, you think Michigan State? So you think we sweep
No,
this?
no, I'm not taking two dubs in a row. I got Indiana. We win both of them
Oh,
against.
two
No,
against
no,
rivals.
no. We'll get to the next one when we get there.
Okay, I took Michigan as a loss. So I'm going to go Michigan State's a victory. That's a home game. I think coming off of that loss, coming off a big win at Indiana, I do think there's a trap element coming off of that Indiana game, but there's a 6 day break between them. I'm going to go W here. I don't think we lose two out of these three. I think we lose one out of these three.
I think it's February. Legs are tired. Tom Izzo team's always very athletic. We're ran down. We haven't had much of a break. 9 days, three tough games. We're at home, obviously, but Michigan State's a loss.
Okay. Well, we
They're,
kind of agreed
yeah.
with the one loss out of those three games.
Yep,
Um,
yep.
I think we're on the same page there. Next two at Ohio State, at Northwestern. I think the only thing that sketches me out here is if we beat Michigan State, say we win all three of these, Michigan, Indiana, Michigan State. I think that Ohio State's kind of scary because it's only coming off a 3 day break, and we just beat three really good teams, and we kind of blah 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 blah. We're,
Yeah.
we're we're big boys, and then you go into Ohio State and you get Jake Diebler once again. He seems to have a thing for freaking beating Purdue, so I'm still going to go W because I do think we lose one of those three.
I'm going L here.
Okay.
Two L's in
Dang,
a
you're
row.
the guy with the back-to-back L's. You think Purdue's a back-to-back L team. I'll be
Yep.
interested to see what your Big Ten record is and if you think it's enough to win the Big Ten.
Yeah.
At Northwestern, that's a W for me. I don't really care about them.
We're going and getting that one because what year was that? Northwestern beat us at Northwestern. Was it last year?
It was a boo booey.
Boo boo.
God, I would have loved to have him on
Another
Purdue.
guy, dude.
I would have loved to never play that guy.
We won't even bring up the rumors about the 6'7" white kid that we started on.
Oh yeah, I forgot all about that. Well, you got to,
Moving on.
moving on. You got to know that. Okay, we're not going to divulge that information to the world. And then I'll let you, senior night, Braden, TKR, Fletcher. What do you got here? I mean, Wisconsin at home. They beat us last year.
I had an L for Wisconsin in the January 3rd game. We come out and take the starters out by halftime.
You think we just destroy them?
I think we don't play around, dude.
Where is that game? Oh,
This one's at home.
you didn't have an L for that, did you?
For the January 3rd game,
You had an
maybe
L
I,
for at Rutgers.
okay. Yeah,
Anyway, we're winning this game. It's
my
fucking.
bad. That's
I
my
wouldn't even
fault.
let you pick an L here because this is Braden's
Oh,
and,
yeah.
and Fletcher's senior night. If we lose this game, I would be absolutely shocked. The guys we got to be up so much that these boys can come out with at the 4 minute mark to a
Yep.
standing ovation. Hell, maybe bring him back in, bring him out again. Let's just keep doing
Yeah.
it.
Do
Like
it
every
over and
stoppage, we bring him
over.
in and bring him out, bring him in, bring him out. Um, a game that this is probably going to game that's going to get me to not be at the Final Four because I'm
Yep.
going to be at this game, and it's going to be an insanely high price.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm very like as soon as tickets are available, I am buying this because that's the cheapest it's ever going to be. Once
Right.
people start realizing, oh shit, that's senior night, it's going to just go crazy. So, all right, that's done with the season. So let me tally these up real quick.
Okay.
While I'm doing that, tell me what you think we're going to have to do, or what the winning record will be in the Big Ten this year. It's obviously going to be a pretty competitive Big Ten. I think there's 6 to 8 teams that are maybe not true contenders, but can sneak around, and if they mesh at the right time, you never know.
Let's see. Let's count the Purdue games. Big Ten, we've got,
We there's 31 games and there's
okay,
20 Big Ten games if that matters.
20 Big Ten games.
Yeah.
So, oh, 16 and 4. I probably got Purdue better than that, but I think that's a pretty good number to win the Big Ten about any year. I think 16 and 4. Uh, that in the Big Ten, that's very respectable to pull out
Uh,
with how tough and back to back it is. You're getting beat up. The officiating's terrible. One game might be a touch foul game, the next might be a football game. Uh, I say anything better than 16 and 4, you win it. So I
all
think
right.
Purdue takes it.
You ready for the numbers?
Oh
You're gonna
yeah.
be, I think you're gonna be surprised. So I'll do mine first. I have Purdue total all the way around 28-3. I don't think that's crazy. I think that's very good. That would be a very good season. Um, this is maybe a little crazier. I have them 18-2 in the Big Ten. I just we got a very favorable schedule in my opinion. To have Michigan State only at home.
Hmm.
Um, Wisconsin is one of the two teams you play twice, and I think we have some revenge going on there. I don't think we're losing to IU. So two of our double games, I don't think we're losing. Um, we have Oregon at home. I just think we have a pretty favorable schedule. We play a lot of bad teams, um, and to me that makes me pretty high. I think what we play Penn State or Iowa twice. I just think
Yep.
that it's going to be a good year in the Big Ten. Now you had us undefeated in the preseason or in the pre-Big Ten, and then 15-5 in the Big Ten. Um, so kind of contradicting a little bit that maybe that's not good enough. And you might be right. But that also could be good enough. I think it's going to be a
Yeah.
competitive league. Um, I would be surprised if we lose more than 4 games in the Big Ten this year, but you also had us back-to-back losses twice. I don't think this team's going to lose back-to-back games all year. Um,
Yeah. What did I have on the UCLA Illinois? I think that Illinois game could be won at home. Um,
I think of
I,
those two, if we lose to UCLA, we beat Illinois. If we beat
yep.
UCLA, we lose to Illinois.
Yeah, that's a good take on it. I think it can be done. And like I'm not set on the Michigan State and Ohio State. Any game at Mackey, you're in danger.
Yeah.
I mean, so that Michigan State, but I don't like playing at Ohio State.
And I see a similar kind of idea there like I said, I'm just not convinced we can lose 2 in a row. Also that early game against at Rutgers, you had us losing,
Yeah.
which that's possible. That's one of those trappy games. But to
So,
me, I think you lose one of those kind of games early. You don't lose those kind of games later. You learn your
right.
lesson pretty quick. So you could be right though. I mean, we thought last year that we were going to be better than whatever, 13-7.
Yeah.
Um, I didn't think we were going to be great, but I didn't think we'd be 13-7. Okay, so just real quick, going to run down just the biggest games that I see, and I look at these games as if we can go. This is 8 games. You tell me what you think we need to go in these games. Neutral Texas Tech at Alabama, neutral against Auburn, at Wisconsin, at UCLA, at IU, home against Michigan, home against Illinois. Tough, tough game. That's 8 tough games. At
6-2
Okay, I have that written
with
right
this
right here.
roster. 6-2. That is, 7-1 is perfect.
Yeah.
6-2 is what we should do.
6-2, I think you're comfortable with. Anything lower than that, I think you're going, all right, we got some cracks. And I don't
Yeah.
know, we don't, obviously this is in the future, we don't know what they are, but um, these are games you should be up for. These shouldn't
Yeah.
be sneaky losses. Maybe the Wisconsin game, but these should be games that you're ready. But I had the same thing written down. Just go 6-2 in those games, and you're probably going to win the Big Ten, and you're probably going to be a 1 seed in the tournament.
Yeah.
And then real quick, I want to sort of run down and get your little quick take on these other notable games that I had for other teams. So I had these 4 teams: Illinois, Michigan, Michigan State, UCLA. To me, those are the 4 biggest challengers historically. Now with the portal, this shit could change super fast. So this could be
Right.
way off. These all 4 of these teams could be in not in the top 3. It could be Oregon and Washington for all I know. It's tough to predict things when every roster turns over so much. That's the one glorious thing about Purdue, is that they haven't had much turnover. Now next year will be a crazy year for Purdue because we will have a lot of big time turnover.
Yeah.
Okay, so Illinois, here's the 2 games I brought in, and most of these are late in the year. So these are both February games, so they will be important if Illinois wants to have a chance. At UCLA and at Michigan State. I think both of those are going to be huge games for Illinois.
They drop UCLA. Um, I don't like Underwood's lineup this year.
I don't
I
either.
How did he not learn from last year where everyone overhyped? I can't even think of the kid's name at this point. The
Oh,
six, the net,
Kasparis?
yeah,
Yeah, Kashonis?
I'm sick of it, dude. The Euro players aren't that.
Yeah, and we have one,
Well,
but luckily
he
we
he's
don't need him
Israeli.
year one. We don't need him
He's
year one though.
Israeli, man.
That's true. He's not European.
Yeah, yeah.
He just
No,
played.
no Stankovic in his name or anything like
Well,
that,
and
dude.
and I think that with Illinois, Kasparis was given the ball and been like, "Hey, man, you got to do everything."
Yep.
That's even if Omer gets a lot of time this year, it's never going to be in that role. It's
No.
going to be in the if you're open, you shoot it. If Braden's out of the game, you have to run Braden's spot. But most of the time, 36 minutes of the game, Braden will be in the game, and you're just going to do what he tells you to do.
Yeah.
And that's the way it's going to be. You're going to play defense, and if you don't play defense, you're going to come out of the game, and we'll put somebody in who will play defense. I mean, that's really, I
Bingo.
think, his role will come down to: are you willing to work your ass off on the defensive end and only score 6 points a game?
Yeah.
Now, does that not mean you could score 20? I'm not saying you can't. I'm just saying, are you willing to score 6 and work
Yeah.
your ass off for 22 minutes on defense? If he is, then he'll play.
Oh yeah.
I kind of agree with you. I don't know which game they'll lose of those 2. I think they have to win one of those 2. If they lose both at Michigan State and at UCLA, which is not easy. I mean, those are good teams at their
Yeah.
building. Um, but if Illinois wants a chance to win the Big Ten, they need to win both, or one of those at minimum.
Bingo.
Michigan. I have one at Michigan State. Obviously, a huge game at the end of January, and then at the end of um, February at Illinois. So you're going to see a lot of themes here. A lot of these teams intertwined. But Michigan at Illinois at Michigan State. Michigan really thinks, and a lot of people think that they have a chance to win this league.
Hmm. Yeah, I love to hear it. It's hilarious. Um, Greg Waddell is a fan of Michigan, so right there, right off the bat, soft boy, soy boy. Um, Moving forward off of that, I think they win at Michigan State. They lose at Illinois. Morez Johnson gets shooketh. Yoxel gets Europed, and they're shooting. Brad Underwood's team when they're hitting, they're gonna kill you from
Yeah.
three. They're gonna shoot the lights out.
Well, they got those Avicic brothers who both can shoot
Yeah.
it and are
Yep.
7 feet.
Yeah.
If they have a
So
game where those two guys are on, man, that's going to be a tough team to beat. If you get like six threes out of those two, man, good luck. I'm
game.
kind of with you though. I think, and I'm going to say this on most of these probably. I think that Michigan's going to need to win one of these, probably both of these, because like you look at strength of schedule, and everybody right now is saying Purdue's schedule looks easy, and I've heard a lot of people say this, like that's because Purdue doesn't play Purdue. Like Michigan's schedule looks harder because they have to play Purdue. Same with every
Bingo.
other team.
Yeah.
In this instance, like Michigan's going to have to play pretty much flawless. I have Purdue going 18-2, and I think personally, at worst, Purdue goes 16-4, and that's kind of catastrophic in my eyes. Um, Michigan can't really lose many games, especially
Yeah.
early on. Like this one against at Michigan State, January 30th. That's almost a must win, unless they roll into that game undefeated, which their beginning is easy, so they might, but win one of those. Michigan State, their two games I thought of, and one of them, the first one at Oregon, is January 20th, and to me, this just kind of sets the tone for Michigan. Their back of their schedule is very difficult. They play Illinois, they play Michigan, they play Purdue, UCLA, all after this game. So if
Mm.
you go at Oregon and you lose that game, I think they're almost out of it that fast. I
Yep.
just don't think they have the firepower to win that many high level games. I think that they could go 15-5 in this league,
Yep.
but it's got to start here. And then at Michigan, funnily enough, I think it's the last game of the year for Michigan State and Michigan. And crazy, I actually heard Greg talk about this today. Michigan won't have their students. So
Uh,
sucks for Michigan. You're playing your rival at home with no students. They're out spring break. Kind of crazy. So a huge game for Michigan State to be able to go in there and win. Not that Michigan has a shit for fans anyway. Their fans are terrible. It's an
yeah.
empty building 90% of the time. It's Mackey North. Um,
Yeah.
but what do you think on Michigan State at Oregon early and then at Michigan late?
I don't know much about Oregon. That's a
They got
blind
money.
spot for me.
They got money.
I know they got sick unis too, but
Yeah.
uh it's the Izzo effect. I think, it's possible they lose at Oregon. Um, it's hard to fly out there, change times, and switch up. Uh, I don't, who is Oregon? I don't even know who's on their roster.
Jackson Shellstad.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
He's their
you're
lead.
dangerous.
Yeah,
Um,
he's a beast. Nate
yeah.
Biddle. So
So,
they got two of the best
oh, they
returning
got
players.
Biddle. Biddle
They
is
got
coming back, huh?
they got two of the best returning seniors,
Yeah,
returning players in the Big Ten.
yeah, give me Oregon in that one then. If Biddle's coming, they're not losing that at home. And then you're talking at Michigan. I think they win that. I think Michigan State sweeps Michigan. Michigan's overrated.
Okay. I like that take, man. Not a lot, almost nobody. Everybody's going the other way. Michigan's, a top five team in the country. I'm with you. I
Uh,
think you can't take a lot of broken pieces and make a perfect puzzle. Um,
bingo.
and and I don't. You're bringing guys like a guy who kind of underachieved at North Carolina, a guy from a mid-major. You're just bringing, a Will Cheddar who's always just been a role player. Like, who is going to lead that team? Because 7-footers don't lead teams.
No.
Like Edie was on Purdue and he wasn't the leader. It was still Braden. Like
Yeah.
it was Braden and Gillis and Morton. Like big guys don't lead. They get the ball, they dunk the ball. Like
Yeah.
that's their job. So I'm with you. I think Michigan could be extremely disappointing, and I still think they're going to make the tournament and all that. But
Oh yeah.
and UCLA, this is the one I did put Purdue in. So I think just because I think again UCLA home against Purdue in that West Coast trip is a huge game for UCLA because they have a chance there to one really set themselves up to make a run at the Big Ten, two get a huge win. Again, on that West Coast trip that Purdue's probably going to be a slightly distracted in a different time zone. So I think that's a huge one for them. I don't think they win it, but you had them winning it, I believe. Yeah, you had UCLA winning that game, so
Yeah.
huge game for them. And then this is a crazy thing that UCLA goes through. They come over here in a they on February 14th they play at Michigan State. In the 17th they play at Michigan in a 4-day span. If they go 2-0 in that span, they might win the Big Ten. I mean,
Yeah.
all you gotta do is get hot at that right time. and they have, uh, crazy players on. I mean, what do you think of those three games? Home against Purdue early, and then at Michigan State, at Michigan, back to back in 4 days.
I don't. I do think they get Purdue on the road. I think it's a sleeper game for Purdue. We might overlook it. We just beat USC on the road. We're feeling hot, adjusting to time. We lose that one, then they come and they lose. Um, they lose to Michigan State at the Izzone. They win at Michigan.
I was just looking at their UCLA's got a crazy roster. Like
Yeah, they're
they
stacked.
they look like a team you built on a video game because it's almost all transfers and all were really good at their. I mean, they have Xavier Booker who came from Michigan State,
Yeah.
was kind of underachieving there. Donovan Dent,
Yep.
who was a stud. Everyone knows that. Eric Daly from Oklahoma State was a stud, 6'8" guard forward. They have a kid from Missouri, Kansas City, Jamar Brown. 6'5" guard, and then you go down and you have Sky Clark, another guard from Louisville. Tyler Bilodeau, a 6'9" forward from Oregon State. The only thing they really don't have is true size. Like I think
Yep.
they'll struggle with Purdue now that I'm looking at their roster. I haven't really looked at it to be honest. I should have checked these out before. But I mean, Xavier Booker is a nobody at the center spot in my eyes. They have Steven Jamerson from San Diego,
Yeah.
and a kid from North Central. I'm sorry, those guys are not going to hold up in the Big Ten. So, but
I
they could win
think
some games.
we struggle with the wing size.
Yeah, they have some big boys at the wing. I mean, they got a 6'8" wing, a 6'7" wing, a 6'8", a 6'9", another 6'9". I mean, they got height at that wing spot.
And those guys can move. They can put the ball on the floor. They're one-on-one players. I mean, I don't. You got who you gonna put on Jakari, 6'3" on a 6'8"
Yeah.
guy? I mean,
Yeah,
it's
that's a game where I could see Jacobson playing a lot because
yeah,
guys are going to get beat. He's got to be the guy down there blocking shots.
yeah. It's a matchup. It's a bad matchup for us.
But it's also on the other end,
Bad matchup for them.
we'll have killer size on them because those
Yeah,
6'9" guys that we have trouble guarding now have to guard TKR
right.
in the post, and they're going to get absolutely eaten alive. So that'll be
Yeah,
a. I'm actually kind of with Dent and Smith as well, probably the
yeah.
two leading candidates for Player of the Year in the Big Ten in my eyes. That could be a really fun matchup, actually. My dad's going to go to it, so he might drag me along.
Heck yeah, dude.
All right, that's it with the schedule. I think we went a little farther into it than maybe we initially anticipated, but that's fine. We usually do. That's why these always start out at an hour in our minds and end up in an hour and a half. So,
An hour
um,
is not it.
yeah, we just can't get it. We can't shut up.
No.
We've been friends for too long and we talk too much. We just keep
Bingo,
going.
dude. Bingo.
We just got to learn to shut our mouths. Um, but last thing we'll end with here, bets of the weekend. We're going to kind of make this a little series and kind of battle each other, see how we do, and then we're also going to battle Chat GPT, which ChatGPT is taking over the world, especially in Dalton's life and a lot of people I know's life. I've just recently gotten on board with it, and yeah, it's scary. It's so good at stuff, and it does it so fast, and it's going to get me to pay that monthly subscription soon
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah.
I need to generate all the images, and I can't handle just having five a day. So um,
Yeah.
we're gonna do a little fun thing here. Just three games. I'm gonna throw in a fourth on my end because I just have to, just to make myself feel better. Um, so I'll start out here and then let you finish. My three games are Colts -4.5 at Tennessee. Colts are 2-0. Tennessee's 0-2. Tennessee seems like a dumpster fire. The Colts have seemed good, and I think they're starting to believe in themselves a little bit here. And Jonathan Taylor looks back to Jonathan Taylor status. And if he is, and Daniel Jones is just good enough, they're going to be hard to beat for anybody because they have the best running back in the NFL, in my opinion. I don't care what anybody says about Derrick Henry, Saquon Barkley, doesn't matter to me. Jonathan Taylor, when healthy, is the best running back in the league. So I'm taking the Colts with the points, -4.5, or laying the points -4.5. I think they'll win that game, even at Tennessee, by multiple touchdowns. Then I'm going to go Oklahoma. Again, laying the points -6.5 at home versus Auburn. I just think Oklahoma's better, and they're at home, and they have to win this game by a lot of points. to prove a point to the college playoff committee. So Colts minus 4.5, Oklahoma minus 6.5, Michigan at Nebraska. Um, give me Michigan minus, or sorry, give me Michigan plus 1.5. Um, you given me points for Michigan against Nebraska. I don't care where it is. If it's in the last 10 years, give me Michigan. They have a point to prove. This is my week of teams with points to prove. The Colts have to prove they're legitimate and they can go beat up on a bad team. Oklahoma's got to prove they deserve to be in the playoff talk, and Michigan's got to prove that they aren't last year's Michigan team and they can still contend. Um, so for me, those are the three. You should parlay those together. You're plus 634, $10 down wins you $63. To me,
Nice.
that's a winning bet. And I'll throw you a teaser bonus in here, if you really love me. I will not be doing this. I'll be doing this separately. I use favored 6.5 at home against Illinois. I'd be taking Illinois money line at plus two something separately from the other bet because I could be very wrong on this. But if you did parlay all four of those, it's plus 1333, which is a pretty good payout.
Yeah, that's nice. That's a good one. I do not have odds, so
That's fine.
I'm not as prepared on this. Betting, not really my thing. Please do not pick my picks. I'm just this is for fun for me.
Yes.
I'm not good at it. Give me first game, Chargers -3 over Denver. Denver's defense has been struggling. The Chargers offense is insane. Uh, give me that. My next pick, I'm gonna go Iowa, -2.5 over Rutgers.
Is that at Rutgers?
Yes,
Yep.
but I think they get it done. And I gonna catch some shit for this. Give me Notre Dame -24.5 over
Oh,
Purdue.
oh boy. Oh my God, what a take.
Don't hate me, dude.
I thought when you said I'm gonna get some shit for this, I thought you were gonna take IU minus 6.5 against Illinois, not this. Oh my God.
No,
Hey,
I
you know
will.
what? I like to do that bet though, because then if I lose the bet, I win in my mind.
Bingo, dude. It's like,
I'll
yeah,
bet
we,
against Purdue. Like if Purdue's ever close in an odds, I'll bet
yeah,
against Purdue just because I'm like, if I go
yeah,
to a Purdue game, you can almost guarantee I bet against Purdue.
yeah.
Because if I'm leaving that game mad, I'm leaving there with money.
Money. Yeah, you paid me. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
I'm
paid
getting
for
my
my
money back.
ticket. Yeah.
Because if we
Um,
win, I don't care if I lost the money.
I will say IU -6.5. I said it earlier. That one you could probably put money on. I don't think Illinois is for real. I think Bellima is, that's his name, right? Brett Bellima,
Something like that, yeah.
the big Italian.
Italian.
I don't think he's real. I don't think Altmaier's real. Um, I think I think Sig's on a mission, dude. I think this is just a stop on the way. And I think they get their first ranked win. They make the CFP again and they get blown out first game.
Hey, as long as it ends in failure, I'm good with that.
Yeah. No, that is so Chat GPT, let's see the hottest three picks that they have. Um, they've got Colts over Titans by 4.5.
Oh, love that.
Um, they said Eagles -4 at home against the Rams. And then they have Syracuse +17.5 against Clemson.
Wow. Is that Syracuse at home?
Yes.
Weird, weird, weird. I'm gonna have to look into that because
Yeah.
that's a crazy one for them to just pull out. Like maybe they're just
ChatGPT
going.
will, yeah, I tell it to pretend you are a pro sports bettor and give me the top three picks between the NFL and NCAA football. So that
I
was my
like those picks.
prompt.
Colts was one of mine. Eagles, feels like they're gonna have one of those games where they just blow. They've been kind of stagnant. Feels like they're gonna go off. Syracuse, Clemson's crazy, but Clemson's historically, in my eyes, overrated.
They've been bad this year, and Syracuse has this new coach, and he's nuts.
Wow, I don't hate it. I might do a weird thing and put like $10 on all three of them, yours, mine, and Chat GPT's,
Just
and
see what goes.
or I could parlay all of them.
Oh boy. Round
It's
robin.
yeah, just round robin them, see what happens. It's
Yeah.
a lot of things could happen there, I guess. Yeah, man, this has been another one of them long episodes, but
Yeah.
it's been fun, and I think we're getting the hang of this still. So if you're still with us, one, thank you. That's a long time to
Yeah.
listen to a
Oh
podcast.
yeah.
Um, and two, I love you, Dad, because I know you'll be listening to this. Um, and
Shout
I
out
don't know.
Mugs, baby.
It's fun and we're having a good time. And if you like what you see, and please do like and subscribe. It does mean a lot, and it does let us know that at least some people out there are enjoying what we're doing. We're enjoying it, and that's really the reason we started it, so that we could have something to do. We've always talked about starting a podcast. We've really
Right.
talked about starting 12 different podcasts.
Yeah.
Um, but it always comes back to, our passion, which is, and our shared passion, which is sports, and especially Purdue. And um, it's pretty cool. We're gonna have more and more people come on that we're friends with, some people on Twitter we're friends with, some family, some friends, and maybe some random. Aaron Fine liked a tweet of mine today, so we'll
Yeah,
see.
let's go.
He's my goat. Aaron Fine is
Get
my
him
goat.
on,
I'm
dude.
convinced that dude's gonna have a moment when he's at Purdue. It's
Yeah.
gonna be pretty up. It could be in bench minutes, but he's gonna go off for like 12 points in 3 minutes or something. It's just gonna happen. The
Yeah.
guy's got too much moxie not to do it.
Yeah.
Last thing I'm gonna hit on. There's been a lot of recruit talk. Um, Speculation, some verified, some with Purdue players. I would just encourage people. We Dalton knows we last year in the off season, this off season, I had a pretty good inside source, and we had some people we were talking to that had some sources, and we were pretty much breaking news before everybody else. I would recommend be careful getting too bought into some of those recruiting stuff. All of a sudden, it's like Ralph Scott. Oh, he's coming to Purdue, and then he doesn't. So just know that Painter's going to get us the right guys, and we're going to be fine. And we still have the portal. I think if we get one more high level guy this recruiting class, then we're going to be in great shape. And I've also seen stuff, and this is just kind of like my ending monologue, about Jakari Harris is making his way to being a starter for Purdue, blah, blah, blah. Okay, most of these guys writing these stories, all they do is write positivity about Purdue, and that's great. Brian Newbert, I love the guy as far as like what his access is, the knowledge that he has. But I also think Brian Newbert is a guy who also pedals to Purdue. He's going to tell you what you want to hear as a fan of Purdue. He said Miles Colvin was going to break out last year. He said Jakari Harris was a day one starter his freshman year. He's always going to make it sound like they're better than or the situation is better than it is. I just caution you to let Painter handle that. I had a hard time doing that for a long time. Just let Painter handle it. You know, he's
Trust in
gonna
pain, baby.
he's gonna start the best players or the guys that are working the hardest and deserve it.
Yeah.
He's not gonna put Omer on the bench just because Jakari and CJ deserve it because they were here a year. That's not how he operates. It's all about who's putting in the effort, the time, and what kind of person and player they are. So
Yeah.
it's going to be an awesome year for Purdue basketball. I think it's going to also be an awesome year for Purdue football in its own way, and awesome year for sports. My favorite time, and this only happens every 2 years in sports, is about to happen. Next Friday starts the first day of the Ryder Cup. Please go watch it if you are not familiar. It starts the first day of the Ryder Cup. That weekend, the baseball playoffs begin. And you have college football going on that same weekend as well, NFL going on that weekend. It is becoming the prime time of sports right after we just came out of the dead time of sports. And I really recommend if you're a big sports fan to take in all of it. People get focused on one thing or another. Like the Ryder Cup is magical. Baseball in the playoffs is magical. The Cubs, my team is going to have a 3 game wild card series to make it to the real playoffs, and the one and done situations or the winner go home, those are the best things in sports. So take a look
Yeah.
and enjoy it.
Bingo.
What you got? You got anything?
Check this out,
What
dude.
is that?
That's Vanilla the gorilla.
Where did that come
You,
from? Why is
you,
that a thing?
you got a new background too. I like it.
I did.
On it.
These
Yeah.
pennants are like 40 years old, by the way.
Those throwbacks. This came. So somebody we were helping them move, and I saw it in their garage, and I was like, I gotta have this. And they're
Dude, it's
like, go ahead and take it.
it's great. It's like a shadow right next to you of
Yeah,
like what you would be in
he's
your
looking
primal
at
form.
yeah, he's looking at you, dude.
I'm literally watching
So
evolution happen every time you move.
Yeah, it's pretty
Like
cool.
like that is you. I got Mamba mentality up here, and
Nice.
let me show you guys right before we sign off the greatest shoes that have ever been made in the history of the world. If you remember T Max, the
Oh
shoe
boy.
from our childhood, these are black and gold shiny T-Max,
Those
and
are
they
sick,
are
dude.
the coolest shoes. I can't wear them because they're like custom made and they're insanely heavy, and also make your foot want to die from heat.
Yeah.
So I don't wear them. I just put them on a shelf. But that is my prized possession in life.
Those are awesome, dude. The T-Mac are throwbacks. I can't
Oh,
believe
dude.
people balled in those, dude.
Oh my gosh, dude! I wore them for one day. I wore them
Yeah.
to a basketball game, Purdue game actually. Got a bunch of compliments on them, but my feet were so hot.
Yeah.
It was like making my whole body over here. I couldn't handle it. I was freaking out. I kept my son was with me. I kept telling him like he didn't understand. He was like 8 at the time. I was like, I can't breathe. He's like, what are you talking about? Like these shoes are so hot. He's like, yeah, they are cool, Dad. I'm like,
Yeah.
not that hot.
They're
Like
hot, bro.
they're freaking they're my feet are on fire. It was pretty funny. But yeah,
That's
they are awesome
hilarious.
shoes though. Anyway, sign us off. Thanks for everybody for watching. Like and subscribe, please.
Yeah, thanks for watching. We'll be back on Sunday with another one. Hope you check this out on Saturday. We've been putting in a lot of work. Check out Derek's shorts on our page. He's putting in the time, the effort. So, and they're really cool edits. He did a Braden TKR one. He's done Cubs, Ryder Cup. Check him out. Give him a like. Share this with a friend. If you support us and you're a friend, share it. We probably have merch coming right down the road. And as always, love Jesus and go give your family a hug. You know,
Tell somebody about
and
Jesus this weekend.
enjoy the boring times. Love them. So we'll see you guys next time.
Thank you.
Have a good night. Bye.
Bye.